Silence the noise. Meditation, peace and quiet. Do you know how good it feels to sit in a quiet home? I grew up in a house full of people. There were at least 8 people in my home when I was growing up. It was always noisy. I want to say chaotic, but that's probably why I stayed outside so much. But I never grew up in a quiet home. First time I realized what quiet was, I was, maybe 62, 63 years old. And I found out I like it. I realized it's like a meditation where my thoughts are clearer. I can almost hear my heart beating. That's how quiet it is. Because a lot of times I will sit with no television, no radio, nothing but my thoughts. And sometimes those are quiet. And I just want to sit with no noise, not listening to anything. There's so many distractions in the world that cause us to not be able to get in tune with what we're thinking, what we want. And so many people have got lost about who they are because of all the noise that's around them. And I used to be one of those people where I could not sit in silence. I could not be by myself. I had to have somebody around me. I had to have somebody I'm talking to on the phone, in person. It didn't matter. I just didn't want to sit in my own silence. And why is that? Because I didn't understand what I wanted, but how could I with all the noise around me? I mean, if you think about how you are at home sometimes, either you have kids running around, or you may have a spouse running around. You may have guests in your home where you don't get to have that peace and that quiet that you don't even realize you want until you have it. So many people are afraid of peace and quiet because it sounds like doomsday. But listen, I'm going to dare you guys to sit in your own silence for 30 minutes to an hour with no sounds, no music, no television, no playing on your phone. Just sit there, meditate, talk to yourself, or listen to your thoughts. More than anything, listen to your thoughts. And it has come to me that my favorite place to be is with me. And I know that may sound strange or selfish to some people, but to actually say, I want to be with myself, it's like, what? For me to say that is because I have found a calmness with myself. I have found a peace with myself that I've never had before. And I like it. And, I've been thinking about dating and all that stuff. And the more I actually think about it, it's not going to work because I've become too accustomed to myself and what I like and what I want to do. And a lot of times what I want to do is just pretty much meditate and, make sure I got my heart right, make sure I got my mind right. And sometimes people can interfere with you getting to know yourself. Some people have gotten to know themselves through the years, but I never did. I was too busy. I was on the go. I was always doing this and that and this and that and thinking about others before myself. And that's why I say a lot of times you have to be selfish as you get older. You've raised your kids, and now it's time to think about yourself sometimes. You can't worry so much about others as you need to worry about yourself as you get older. You know, you have to worry about your health. You have to make sure you're taking care of yourself, your body, your mind. You have to do things that you enjoy. And, you know, I'm never lonely. That's the strangest part. I don't understand why I'm not lonely. I think I have a very imaginative mind, and that's probably why I'm not lonely. And I have things that I do, I have things that I want to do, and sometimes it's fun to just daydream and think about things that you want to do, think about things that you've overcome. When I think about the things I've overcome, gosh, it's overwhelming. But just quiet. Just quiet. No sound. No barking dogs. No cars. No doorbells. No phones. No radios. No televisions. No people. Just quiet. Listen. That's a beautiful sound to me. That is a beautiful sound to me. And I've gotten to the place now when I go to bed, I turn off the TV. Before I put a timer on just to have a noise. Now I want to hear nothing. I just want to hear quiet. It's like all my life I have heard noise, chatter, chatter, people, confusing me. I just want my quiet time. And there's benefits to quiet time too. It reduces your blood pressure, being quiet, because you're at peace. You're in a very peaceful, calm state. So that lowers your blood pressure. And you get to internalize feelings that you have, to think about what it is you're feeling, what it is you're thinking. And a lot of times when you've got so much chaos and noise around you, you don't get to think what you're thinking about. You don't get to feel what you're thinking about. You're trying to understand, what is that noise? What am I hearing? You know, the quiet, the peace and quiet that you can get from being by yourself, or if you have the type of mate, companion, partner who lets you have that quiet time. And that's a beautiful thing when two people can sit in a room and not say anything and it's not uncomfortable. That's a beautiful thing. It's not uncomfortable. It's not awkward. And you don't have to fill that void with noise. You can just take the quiet as it is and let it be. And it's two people together enjoying quiet time. Some people just cannot do that if they're in a relationship. They feel like they have to constantly talk. Sometimes you should just be quiet. Just be quiet, you know, and listen to the peace. Listen to the peace that you can have if you would just be quiet. And your mental clarity is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing when you can actually sit quietly and think. Think about what it is you want out of life. Think about what you want to do for that day. And just the peace and quiet of all of that is a wonderful thing. I think a lot of times people just get confused by hearing so many different things because everybody has an opinion. And sometimes we don't even listen to what it is we want because we're too busy listening to what others want. Think about it. What do you want? I'm so confused sometimes because I don't know what I want. And I have to think about it. I'm like, what do I really, really want? Is it something society says I need? Or is it something that I say I need? You know, I don't know. But all I know is being at peace with yourself, learning how to enjoy the quiet moments of your life is a beautiful thing. My assignment to you guys is going to be sit quietly with no distractions for 30 minutes to an hour. You can meditate, but just let there be quiet. And see, how does that make you feel? And is that something you've ever done, or is that something that's never been a problem for you? Let me know in the comments. And also, if you're in a relationship, can you and your partner just sit quietly and embrace the silence without talking? Is that something couples can do? You guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this video. And make sure you look for that heart, because I want to make sure I am getting as much views out of these videos as I can get, because I don't know what's going on. My views are just not, my views are not coming in like they should. I'm not getting as many views on videos as I was getting. So I think they call it shadow banning or whatever. So I may be shadow banned because my views, my videos are not getting out the way they should. But either way, you guys do those assignments for me. Look for the heart. And I'll see you in the next video. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Bye.